Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 25th. It is almost 9 o'clock. My children have been up since 5, and I put them to bed an hour late last night in hopes that they would sleep in a little bit. But it backfired and they woke up more than an hour earlier than usual, so that's been fun. So we've all been sick. I'm sick. The kids they're better, but they're still sort of like in that post-sickness haze where they're just not in good moods and they're still really run down. And it's fall break this week, which means that I don't have any help with the children because they're home with me. I've gotten kind of used to them being in school for several hours a day, and now they're not. And so this week has been a lot of fun between them being here and all of us being sick. It's been a little bit of a mess. So I am making their breakfast, which right now is Eggo waffles, because that is all that I have energy for. So here's what they're having for breakfast. Both of them are having a little bit of Eggo waffle. Yeah, buddy. With some banana and some of these zucchini spirals. Call me crazy, but these are one of the only vegetables that my kids will eat, and they're excited about them right now, so that's what they're getting. In this house, I am not afraid to give them non-traditional stuff for meals. Like, I don't care if you have a breakfast food for dinner, I don't care if you have a dinner food for breakfast. If you're gonna eat it, then let's do that, because I have incredibly picky eaters, and it's something that we struggle with. So when they want to eat, I give them what they want. I'm also giving each of them one of these Activia probiotic daily drinks. It's kind of like yogurt, except it's a little bit more liquid, and they love this, and I love giving them the probiotics because they've both had a little bit of a struggle with digestive issues. So I like giving this to them just as something to help out with gut health. So although I'm not feeling good, I do definitely feel like I need to get them out of the house today. We've all been sort of just stuck here in the house while I've been sick. Roman wants to go to a place called Crayon Panda, which is an indoor playground, but I feel like since they're not fully recovered yet, I'm not sure that I should take them to a place where they're gonna touch everything and make other parents' week miserable next week. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do is go to this place called Lake Ackworth. It's right here near my house, and there's a little bit of a sandy beach where they can go and play in the water a little bit and in the sand. Ever since we went to the beach this summer, they've been obsessed with the beach, and Roman asks about it all the time. So I think that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna get these kids fed. I have to do a little bit of work for the Sensible Mama, and then I guess we'll be heading out the door, and hopefully next time you see me, I know I'm not getting a shower today. Like, that's off the table, but maybe I'll at least look a little bit less sickly. So I'm sitting at my desk in my office, trying to finalize some work that I have to do, and I'm just like, I gotta say, I'm at the end of my rope. Abby is upstairs taking a nap, and Roman is in his room having timeout / quiet time, and I say it like that because honestly, I don't even know what to call it at this point. I really don't. He has been really difficult lately. Like, and a lot of it is because he's sick. And when he's sick, he gets defiant and aggressive and just very out of sorts for him. But this week has been a nightmare, and I'm at a point where I don't even know what to do. I know that I know that this is going to get better when he's feeling better. Like, I know that, but at the same time, I know that part of the problem is that he's home and I'm sick and I'm stressed out. You know, my job keeps having to go on whether my kids are in school or not. And so I know there are things that I'm doing that are contributing to him. Me being busy, me being slightly overwhelmed, me trying to give them activities to do that are fun but that don't involve me. And I know what my son wants more than anything else in this world is to be with me. And maybe y'all can hear him. He's in his room crying for me right now. And so I know that my lack of availability in the mornings, like after the mornings are over, I devote the rest of the afternoon to my kids, but these mornings are tough and he acts out worse. Like, he's been acting out in general all the time, but he acts out far worse in the morning when I'm trying to do Sensible Mama stuff. And this morning he was in rare form. He, like, I think he's been in timeout 6 times already this morning, and all of them were from hitting his sister or biting her or pushing her. He'll do this thing where he runs past her and he like shoulder checks her and then will pretend like he didn't do it. And it's very upsetting. Like, I can have a lot of patience for a lot of things with my kids, but when I see one of my children hurting my other child, it hurts me deep down in the feels. Like, it is a different kind of feeling than I've ever felt before in my life. I can think back to any injustice or mean thing that has been done to me, and like, that pales in comparison to how I feel when I see my son beating up on his sister, my other child, and it makes me feel violent. Like, I just, like, of course I'd never hurt my kid, but I just, like, I see this vision, like, of just, I could just shove him off of her. I'm so angry because it's become such a problem. And so this morning I put him in timeout over and over and over again. I told him he really wants to go to Crayon Panda today, and since as the morning has gone on, their noses have dried up, they're not coughing, I thought, okay, maybe I'll take him. So I had told him, sure, okay, we'll go to Crayon Panda. And then as he started acting worse and worse, part of, like, just one thing that I threw out there as a negotiation tactic was like, okay, if you spend the rest of this morning without hitting Abby or pushing Abby or biting me or any of these things that you're doing, I'll take you to Crayon Panda. And that worked for a little while. But then, next thing I knew, he had shoved Abby down on her butt. And so the next thing I said to him was like, okay, no Crayon Panda. You broke the rules, no Crayon Panda. But he said, I promise, I promise, I promise, I'll be a good boy, I'll behave, I'll behave. So I said, okay, we'll see. We'll see. If you can, I'll give you that one slip up. If you can make it the rest of the morning and not hurt Abby or be aggressive, I'm talking, obviously I don't use, like, I talk to him on his level. But, then maybe we'll consider going to Crayon Panda. Hold on, I have to go put an end to that. So I just went up there and tried to talk to him, but he's not coming out of timeout right now. Yeah, so I basically was like, all right, well, we'll try again. If you can really not mess up again, if you can really, really be good and not hit Abby, then maybe we'll go to Crayon Panda. And then, of course, next thing I knew, he pushed her again. And I just had it. I put her down for her nap, and I grabbed him and I put him in his room. And the reason why I called this like timeout / quiet time, and it's obviously not quiet time, was I put him in there and I was like, you don't have to go to sleep. You can play with your toys, but you can't come out of your room for a little while. Because the only thing that seems to get through to my son is separating him from me. It's the only thing that I know how to do that actually gets through to him. Time out doesn't work, taking away toys doesn't work, separating him from his sister doesn't work. It's like, no matter what I do, nothing works except doing what I'm doing right now, which is terrible. I have to listen to him crying for me, begging me to come get him, and it's heart-wrenching. But I just don't know what else to do. I'm at the end of my rope with it. And like I said, there's no feeling that matches watching one of your children beat up on your other children. And I feel like a lot of times when you're a YouTuber, everyone's always asking for your advice on stuff. Everyone always, you know, for me, I get a lot of like, what diaper bag should I pack? You know, what diaper bag should I use for this or that? Or, you know, what's your favorite bottle? But I also get a lot of questions about parenting, and I never really know how to answer them because I'm not, I'm just winging it every day. Every day I'm just doing the best I can and hoping that I don't like permanently screw up my kids or turn them into sociopaths. And, you know, I've been thinking for a while about like how I can make an inspirational parenting story time where I talk about what we're doing and tips and tricks and things for disciplining a toddler. And I just realized today, like, I am not in a place to make that video because I am completely lost and feeling hopeless right now. And I know there's hope. I know that we'll get out of this stage. I know that I will read more books and I will consult with more people and I will get good advice and I will figure this out and he will grow out of it as well. But right now I just don't feel like I'm in any position to give anybody advice on parenting, and that's what I decided I should share. today. Sometimes the only way you can be inspirational is to make a point of not being so. And to just say, I'm just like you, I don't know what I'm doing, and I have lots of questions too, and you're not alone. And that's really, that's all I can say for Amber's parenting advice corner today. I'm about to go get Roman. I'm going to film what this is like when I bring him down. I'm not gonna show me getting him out of his room because I know he's been crying. I don't want to embarrass him by showing that on video. But I'm gonna bring him down here and I'm gonna show you what we do next because I don't know what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna say a prayer that this goes well. Back at my desk, getting some things wrapped up for a shipment that I have coming from China. I've talked about this before in my videos, but dealing with customs is absolutely one of the most challenging things I've ever done. Like, it blows my mind how every single time I can be shipping the exact same things from the exact same factory, and every single time, depending on who's the agent who's like accepting the order, they want different things. So like, they want a ball drop test, so I always provide that now. Or like, now they're asking for a whole bunch of different forms that they've never asked for before. I'm just like, I just need to know what you want me to send, and if you would please just like tell me that, I will absolutely take care of it every time for you. But it changes and it makes me crazy. Roman and I had a little talk, and he is doing a little bit better. We read a story, now he's playing by himself. Abby woke up briefly and I thought, oh my gosh, is she seriously not gonna nap today? But she went back to sleep, thank goodness. I ended up texting my friend who lives right down the road. She's got a child who is Abby's age, and looks like she can't make it. We're so in tune with each other that like, so I text her to see if she wanted to get lunch today, and her very next response was, I was just texting you. But unfortunately, she is also sick, her and her son. So we're gonna get together next week, which means that kind of put a little bit of a hamper to my plans. I'm not taking this child to Crayon Panda today. I'm absolutely not going to. I drew a hard line and now I can't go back on it, but I do think I need to get him out of the house. Like, I'm not opposed to doing something fun for him. I'm not going to take him to Crayon Panda because that was the deal. If you hit Abby again, you don't get to go to Crayon Panda. So my plan was to hang out with Laura and maybe like take the kids to a park or something, or hang out at her house because she's got a big backyard. So now I have to make a new plan. For now, I'm gonna take Roman upstairs and try to get some laundry folded because I have like a week's worth of laundry to jump on. And then I'll make a plan once Abby wakes up. Well, the good news is that I got all the laundry done. The bad news is that Abby is soaking wet because she managed to turn on my bathtub faucet and dive underneath of it, so that was great. And Roman is back in timeout for hitting his sister again. And I'm just sitting here on the floor trying to keep my composure, or maybe to regain it. You know, it's hard enough having both kids at home and doing all the things that you have to do to maintain a household and a business. But at least I thought, like, wow, you know, this week we'll do some really memorable things. We'll go do some fun stuff that they'll really enjoy, make some memories. It'll be a fun week. But instead, it's turning into, like, today I've just gone full force on the parenting thing. Like, I've just decided I have to do battle with this today. I have to start being serious about consequences, and when I say, if you do that again, we're not going to Crayon Panda or this or that, like, I have to follow through. And I just feel like all I'm doing is just taking away everything fun that we could be doing together. So I don't know what to do. I am going to go make them lunch now, and I just got a delivery at the door a little while ago, which I've been waiting for quite some time. So if I'm able to get them situated with their lunch and behaving, I will show you what's in the box. So for lunch, the kids are having a hot dog with some grapes and some cut up Triscuits, and then they're both having a little bit of juice to go with their meal. Let's not even talk about homegirl here. She's soaking wet from opening up the bathtub faucet and getting underneath of it.
No, juice.
It is juice, sweetie. Oh, so you want milk? Okay. Abby has started the very confusing habit of calling chocolate milk juice. And I forgot that, so it's time to replace the juice with milk. Okay, so while the kids are eating and still for a minute, I'm going to show you my package that arrived today. This is from Brewmate, and I was so excited when this new color came out. I had to order it as soon as it dropped. If you guys don't know, Brewmate is a company that I absolutely love. They make all kinds of barware accessories. We use ours partly for barware, but partly for water and coffee is mainly what we use these for. So let me show you what we've got here. I talked about these on my Instagram. It's their new color. It's called Titanium, and I'm really excited to see it. Sorry if you guys can hear my kids' show in the background. I got two of these, one for me and one for my husband for our morning coffee. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that is the coolest. It's like stainless steel. Roman likes it. But it's called Titanium, and look at that. It's like rainbow. Oh my gosh. So that one, here's one of them. I ordered two. Let's look at the second one. I don't really know if you can expect them to be different or if they're all gonna look exactly the same. Oh, so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna have to brew a cup of coffee right now. Look at those.
Look at those. I like it.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
I
Okay,
like it.
let's make some coffee. usually put creamer in my coffee, but I decided today I would give myself a special treat since I am so exhausted and beat down by these children. I actually have a discount code for anyone who wants to check out BrewMate. It's 15% off your first purchase. I don't make any money from this. I just get like basically in-store credits so that I can keep buying stuff like this because I have a little bit of an obsession right now. So if it's your first time purchasing from BrewMate, I will leave a link down below. Just click that link and your 15% off is already applied, so you can just shop and get whatever you want, and it's all 15% off. Might as well buy as much as you want in that first purchase because you can only use the 15% off one time on your first purchase. So stock up and get 15% off. It's great. Okay, I have chosen to get the kids dressed, and I know you can't see me, head out of the house because I think that an outing of some sort would be good, but I wanted to show you guys. We're working on getting Abby's room turned into her big girl room. So we've taken out all the like decorations and everything. It's just bare bones right now because we had to assemble that. But we still have the crib in here because she's not super comfortable with this just yet. She screamed her head off last night when we tried putting her there. So she's still sleeping in the crib for now, and hopefully we will transition over here really soon because homegirl has got to get out of this crib. All right, Abby, let's get your clothes on. Sorry that you can probably hear my car in the background. I've decided to take the kids out for a little while. They're in the car with the air conditioning running. They're both reading books. And right now I am taking an Instagram photo. For those of you who are trying to like get big on Instagram, we just hit 10,000 the other day, which was super exciting to me. But I want you to know you don't have to be good at photography in order to have pretty Instagram photos. Honestly, it's about getting the lighting right, just being outside in the right time of day with shadows in the right spots and using Lightroom preset filters. This is the one that I'm taking right now. That'll be going up on my Instagram today. I will almost guarantee that by the time I get to the end of my street, Roman is going to be asleep. That's part of the reason why we are going for a drive. We do have some things to do, and I still want to find something fun to do for him that's not Crayon Panda, because I drew a hard line there, but we have to go to Target, which will not be fun, but hopefully we'll find something exciting for the... Oh, and I need gas. Dang it. Okay, so we're gonna add that to the list as well, but I'm thinking what's gonna happen first is this little guy is gonna fall asleep. I'm thinking a lot of our behavioral problems are because he's tired and refuses to nap, but usually, if I get him in the car, he will nap for at least a short amount of time, and he usually wakes up in a marginally better mood, so let's pray.
Mommy, just go right now.
They're holding hands back there. Roman's not asleep yet, and I'm starting to think he's not going to, but that tends to make things so much better. Like when I'm so frustrated with him and then I look back there and he's holding Abby's hand, it's just like, oh, it melts me. I realize this is a lot of footage from inside my car, but this day, it's like, it couldn't be more awkward and like slightly frustrating with my children. So Roman was sleeping, Abby was playing with her leap pad. So I decided to pull over because my husband and I are gonna meet up to have dinner together. It's an early dinner, but we figured what the heck. So I thought I'll just go live in my Facebook group and update them on some things that we've got going on at the store. It'll be great. The kids are happy. One of them is sleeping. The other one is playing. It'll be wonderful. I pull in. I put it in park. Immediately, Abby drops her leap pad, so she's screaming. So I'm like, okay, let me just, I'm already live in my chat group on Facebook, so I'm like, excuse me everyone, let me go get my daughter's leap pad. Thinking that maybe, like, if I just got it fast enough, you know what I mean? If I just, like, got it fast enough, she would not yell enough to wake up Roman. That was not the case. I got back there really fast, got her leap pad, but two things happened. One, she woke up Roman, and two, she was like, once she saw me, it was over. She's like, she had to be with me. So I thought, well, that's all right. I'll get Abby, I'll bring her up here in my lap, and Roman's cool. He'll sit back there and everything will be fine. So I bring Abby up here, I resume my live, and Roman proceeds to lose his mind back there and start screaming and yelling. So I end up having to bring him up here with me as well while we're parked, and I'm live in my Facebook group. Thankfully, the members of my group are like extremely understanding and patient, and they find this kind of thing funny because they deal with this every day too. But it was just a hot mess in every sense of the word, and it's just like, you know what it did though? It helped me kind of reclaim my sense of humor about how this day has gone. Like, at least, I don't know, at least seeing all the comments from people who were like, oh my gosh, this is my life every day. I was like, oh, well, all right.
Mommy.
Well, that's good, I guess. I mean, not good,
right
but
now.
where do you want to go?
I want to go over there.
We go over there. We need to go over there.
No.
So we're gonna go over there, and I will update you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna film while we're at dinner, because last time I did that it was crazy loud. But thankfully my husband came home early so that he could help me this evening, because I'm at the end of that. Well, we're home. Dinner was a little bit of a disaster, but not too bad. The kids were being a little bit challenging, but at least my husband was there to help, so that was good. Now we're just outside trying to wear off some energy because it's still an hour before bedtime and we have to survive somehow. And I don't mean to come across like I'm complaining about my kids. It's just, we have a lot of really fun days and then we have a lot of really tough ones, and I hope that that comes across. I don't ever want to seem like I just don't enjoy my children, but I definitely have days where I don't enjoy them. They are really cute though.
Hey, Mommy. I'm a gas.
I don't know why that light is so red. The kids went played for a little while outside and then got
Abby, chill out, man.
Now we're just laying in bed together trying not to all kill each other. So the kids are going to bed soon. Hopefully I'll be going to bed not too long after that. So I'm going to conclude the video here. I'm loving this lighting. This is fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Love ya. Mean it always. Mwah. And I'll see you in the next one.